continuing on with our color wheel eyes. So we have our eyes, and now we're going to add the color wheel, right? The color wheel. So we're gonna do the color wheel. So we're gonna learn a little bit about color mixing. We are going to be painting, and we're gonna make it look really cool. So the first step that we are going to do is we need to divide up our, do you remember what that's called? Iris. We're gonna divide up our iris. So that's the first thing we are going to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're gonna find the very center of that circle. So it's not just the circle that we see. We're gonna imagine we could see the whole circle and try to find the center of the circle. Okay, so you're gonna make a little dot, and then at that dot we are going to make a line across. So normally I would use a ruler. We're gonna draw lightly, we're gonna draw a line across, and we're gonna make kind of like a, what does that remind you of?
Half something?
Maybe a Pokeball?
Pokeball.
Kind of like a Pokeball. So we're going to start with that. So we have it divided in half. Crazy math here. We're gonna do thirds first. So we're gonna make kind of like a V in the middle so that we divided the top into thirds. Okay, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but we want to get close. Okay, so now we have 3 up here, and then how many more do we need up top? We need 3 more, so we need to divide each one into how many? 2, yeah, so we need 2. So we're gonna divide each one in half. So we take 1, divide it in half. Take the middle one, divide that one in half. And take the third one and divide that one in half. So now we have how many on the top? 6. So we're gonna do the same exact thing for the bottom. So we're gonna make that V, or that upside down V, I guess, on the bottom. So you have how many on the bottom now? 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna do what to each one?
You're gonna split them in half.
Cut it in half. So you're gonna cut each one in half. So now we have how many total?
12.
Why do you think we have 12 spaces?
Because 6 plus 6 equals 12.
Why do you think we have 12 spaces though? What do we need 12 spaces for?
Colors.
The colors. So we have 12 colors on the color wheel. So we are going to put our pencils back. We don't need our pencils anymore. Actually, I guess we could use them. We can label them. So are you ready to label? Start with yellow. So if we label that one yellow, you're gonna do it really lightly so that you can paint over it. Next to yellow is going to be on either side, yellow, orange. So we're gonna say YO and yellow, green. YG. So we have yellow, yellow, yellow. We wanna make sure those are next to each other. Okay. Then next to yellow, orange, do you know what's gonna go next?
Red.
No.
Orange.
Orange. So you're taking that O, you're bringing it over. So orange, and then what color did you just say?
Red.
Red. So we're gonna have red, orange. So every time you go to the next color, it's gonna have something similar to the color next to it. So orange, red, orange. What do you think this one's gonna be?
Red.
Red. That's right. Red. So we got red, orange, and red. Do you know what else?
Red, violet.
Red, violet. So we got red, red, violet. Next to red, violet would be
Violet.
violet, and you just keep going. So blue, violet. What's next?
Purple. No, blue.
Blue. The B. Blue. Blue what?
Blue, green.
Blue, green, and the last one should be green so that it comes back to yellow, green. So you have to make sure that you have the right colors next to each other. Order does matter.
What's
You have to
purple?
make sure. Purple's violet, so that's what we call purple. In the art world, we call it violet. Okay, so that's the first part. Then we don't need our pencils now. We are going to move on to the fun part. So we will need a paper towel. We are going to start with an itty bitty paintbrush. We want it to be dry. We do not want water on it. Do you know why?
Because it'll turn to watercolors.
It'll be watercolors. We don't want it to spread. We want it to stay where it is. So we are gonna start with our basic colors. Do you know what these colors are called?
The primary.
Yes, that's right, primary colors. So we can start with, you wanna start with red? So let's start with red. So when we're adding on paint, we're making sure it's on the tip of our paintbrush, not on the metal part. So you are gonna go into the red space and you are going to, I would outline the triangle that you have very carefully. And then you can fill in what's in the inside. So it kind of gives you a guide of where to fill in. Okay, so we have red. We do not want to mix any colors yet, so we're gonna clean off our brush really quick, not making a mess. You can kind of dry it off on the side and dry it off on the paper towel.
It looks like pink.
And it looks pink now. Yep. So now we're gonna go to our next primary color. We can do blue and fill in the same thing. And go to our third primary color, which is what?
Yellow.
Yellow. Do you know why the primary colors are important?
Because they're the colors that make other colors.
Yes, they're the three basic colors that make up all of the other colors. Before you wash it, we're going to move on to our, do you know what the next set of colors would be if we were to mix two?
Secondary.
Yeah, so two primary colors mixed together would make a secondary color. So we're gonna take some of our yellow and we are going to be adding in some blue. So at this point now, I can go ahead and rinse my brush real quick. You can use popsicle sticks to mix if you want.
Wow.
Yep, and then we're gonna add some blue. So we're gonna take a little bit of blue and we're gonna go ahead and mix it. Do you know what color this is gonna make?
Green.
It is gonna make green. So we don't want a whole bunch, just want a little.
Starting to make green.
Does it make green? So do you think yours is more green or do you think yours is more blue-green?
More blue.
Maybe more blue-green. So if that happens, then you can add more blue or blue-yellow based on what you need, or you can go ahead and use that as blue-green. Mine's kind of a yellow-green, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and use it as yellow-green. If you got blue-green, go ahead and use blue-green. Actually, this might be a good green. I'm gonna stick with this.
Then I'm gonna add blue. I'm gonna wash this off. More yellow to that.
Yep, so if I add more yellow, we can just start mixing colors at this point. So you should be able to tell the difference in the colors, yellow, yellow, green, green. Now I need a blue-green, so I need to add some blue into it. Okay, so violets are gonna be a lot darker. They're gonna look a lot darker than our other colors. So I would start with red. So we're gonna bring some red over and we're gonna add in just a little bit of blue. Now we're gonna move on to our last one. We're gonna make an orange. So how do you make orange? What do you mix together? Red and yellow. So red plus yellow equals orange. So I am going to start with my yellow. Bring some yellow over. Make sure you don't get any green on it. Okay, and then I'm gonna add in some red. on a color wheel. What are the 3 main colors?
Red, orange, and yellow.
Red, orange, and yellow?
No, red, blue, and yellow.
Red, blue, and yellow. And what are those 3 colors called?
The primary colors.
Your primary colors. So we have red, blue, and yellow. And those are really important for what reason?
Because they make up all of the other colors.
They literally make up all the other colors in the entire world. So we have our really important 3 main colors, our primary colors. What else? What should I ask you? Oh, if you add 2 primary colors together, if you mix 2, what will they make?
A secondary color.
That's good. Yeah. Secondary color. So if you, how do you make green?
Yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue. So if you look on the color wheel, if you look in between yellow and blue, smack dab in the middle is what color?
Green.
Yeah, so you can check yourself and make sure that you're doing it correctly. So blue plus red equals what?
Violet.
Violet. And then red plus yellow equals what?
Orange.
Orange. So you can double check yourself. And then after that, do you know what the 3rd type of color is called?
Third dairy.
Third dairy? Nope, not third dairy. This one's kind of hard. It's called an intermediate color. So we have our primary color, our secondary color, and in between those 2 are our intermediate colors. So if you add a primary color with a secondary color, you get your intermediate color. So it's basically like red plus orange equals red orange. So they're in the name already, they're already together, they're just connected by a hyphen, so they're hyphenated. So that's it. If you wanted to add a pupil, the black little dot in the middle of your eye, what did we say we could do?
You could use a Sharpie.
You could use a Sharpie after it dries, or if you wanted to add a black paint in the middle, you could. Or if you add all the colors together, what did you say it makes?
Brown.
Brown. So you could make a neutral color in the middle. But that is up to you. We are going to finish here today. And we will see you next time. You love it? All right, good job. All right.
Adios.